we need to turn our attention to the American League Division Series, Nika. And we're going to fly all the way across the country to the West Coast and kick it off in Seattle. The Tigers advance over the Cleveland Guardians. Small ball fails again, Nika. The Padres and Guardians
out.
You're gone. Your small ball is no longer, and the Tigers advance to go to Seattle. Man, this poster looks cool. It's just orange and green. It looks so damn cool. I'm excited a little bit about this series because it's different. I don't remember a Tigers-Mariners playoff series in my recent memory at all. And it kind of feels like it might have happened in the late or in the early 2010s maybe, but I don't
remember.
Know. This is a fascinating series. The Mariners won this season series 4-2. Nevertheless, we have some injuries that are going on.
In Mariners?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Seattle is without Brian Wu right now, who has by far been their most consistent starting pitcher.
What's wrong with him?
Well, he has a pectoral issue, I believe. Let me double check this. It was something that happened in a recent start. His status is uncertain right now, according to headlines on the Mariners website.
He's got one more day to recover. Will that help?
Well, they have one more day to make a decision.
Okay. That's not going to help.
Yeah, pectoral muscle. Yep, I was right. Nursing inflammation in the pectoral muscle. He says, quote, "I'm just kind of, like I said, just trying to take it day by day." That was in an article published yesterday on MLB.com.
Well, he might not be their starter for the first game.
Yeah, I think that's how they're kind of like, I mean, obviously they have till tomorrow before the game to set their roster and make it official for the series. But once it's set, it's set. So they might have to take a gamble and be like, hey, are you going to be ready for game 4?
Right.
You know, which is like probably on Wednesday. Are you going to be ready for that game? Or do we need to hold you out another series? Now, I should mention Seattle is pretty stocked in the starting pitching department. They have been for years, and it's been one of our biggest complaints is that they never gave this dominant pitching staff an offense worthy. And now they kind of have it, right? They have obviously the home run leader. They have a hot Julio Rodriguez to go along with Kyle Raleigh now. And so they have this team. Cal. Anyways, now they have George Kirby, Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, and Bryce Miller. All 4 still are active and healthy right now on the pitching staff. Bryce Miller has kind of maybe taken a step backwards. I don't know. He just hasn't been as keeping up with the Joneses, I guess, as the rest of the pitching staff has. But nevertheless, you got to feel like not bad about your starting pitching going in with those 4, right? Meanwhile, Detroit really only has one dominant starter. And that's what you got to be worried about if you're Seattle, right? Is Mr. Tarek Skubal for the Detroit Tigers. Yeah, but that's only
one day, one game.
Well, let's think about this for a second. I don't know what his timetable / recovery is like between starts these days. I don't expect to see him out there tomorrow for game 1, but I do expect him to be out there for game 2 on Sunday.
That makes sense.
I think they're going to push him, like he pitched Tuesday. It's almost like normal rest, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is now the 5th day again. So it's not even like moving him up early. And if you face him in game 2, you're probably going to have to face him again in game 5 if it goes the distance, if you're the Mariners, because I don't see him pitching game 3 or 4 for the Tigers, but I do definitely see AJ Hinch using him in that pivotal deciding game should it get to that point.
Okay.
So, having said all that, the Mariners, I think, will want to avoid going the distance in this series, even with home field. I don't think you want to face Tarek Skubal twice in this series if you're the Mariners, especially in a game 5 deciding game, right?
I would think so.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. Because there's a lot on the line for Seattle. They've never won a World Series, and you just never know if you're going to get to this point again. They play in a pretty tough division with Houston, and the Rangers are not going to stand pat. The Angels are looking to probably get better if they hire Albert Pujols as their manager. So there's a lot going on if you're a Mariners fan, I think, and you want to capitalize on this opportunity. So I think if you want to go on, if you're the Mariners, you want to avoid going to a Game 5 with Terry Skubal. Do you agree with me on that?
I do agree with you. I just don't. Yeah, I agree with you. I just leave it at that.
I also feel like the Tigers are kind of like they have the monkey off their back. To steal an old expression, they got past Cleveland,
right?
And Cleveland was the one that was hunting them all September and like closing the door and eventually passing them the last week of the season, only to force the Tigers to then have to go to their place for all 3 wild card games, and the Tigers escape.
Yeah,
they literally they win the Skubal game because of course they do, and then they found a way to win Game 3. They did. They earned this trip to go cross country now to Seattle and face the Mariners. But it's kind of like, now what? They got the monkey off their back, so they might be looser, but do they have anything to play for? Or was Cleveland the kind of thing that they had set their sights on this whole time?
Well,
it can work both ways,
It does, but you're making the same sound like the Cubs.
In a way, yeah. I'm making that same argument.
Right. We made it to the playoffs. We good. We don't care about anything else.
Well, I don't think the Cubs necessarily played amazing against the Padres.
No,
they played good enough to win, and I give them credit for that. But, they didn't light the world on fire offensively and score 7 runs a game in that series.
No.
So,
but
they got their own problems to work out.
Yes. As far as the Tigers, I think they have it. I mean, they managed well.
Of course.
So they do have their sights.
This is a tough matchup for the Mariners,
You think so?
I think it's tough, yeah. And I think they need to go into this series with the mindset of, we're here to make a franchise statement, and we're here to say that this is our moment.
When was the last time Tigers won a World Series?
What, 2013, 2014?
So
with Verlander and Scherzer, when they had them both.
The old crew.
Did they win it? Let me see.
I know they had both of those players on their team at the same time. They haven't won since then.
Tigers' last World Series. Well, according to this, it's 1984. I'm wrong.
84?
They might have gotten to the World Series in those years, but they never won. I don't know why I get confused about that. I guess because they were so dominant. You expect that a team with Verlander and Scherzer in their like youthful prime was unstoppable, and yet it wasn't good enough.
There you go. See?
So
that can't happen to the Dodgers.
The mind plays tricks on you as you get older, and your memory starts to
fade.
Didn't they win? What?
I don't know. You sound like your grandpa.
Well, at least we have video records now, and we are making predictions, Nika. So, having said all this, Mariners, Tigers, who are you taking in this series?
I'm gonna go with Mariners.
Okay. How many games?
How many games? That's a good question. They have 5, so I will go with 4.
Okay.
In 4. So
I'm gonna take the Mariners in 5. I'm gonna say that we get the full drama, the double Skubal experience, and the Mariners somehow find a way to win Game 5 at home in Seattle. The Seattle goes crazy. There will be a huge celebration in Seattle.
Yeah. All right. Not sleepless in Seattle or crying in Seattle.
Sleepless for sure. No crying. No sleeping. Okay, well, we have one more series to get through today, and that is, of course, the Yankees, the evil empire from the East Coast, and the Blue Jays, who won the division this year, Nika, and earn home field advantage against, I guess, one of their many rivals in the AL East, because it seems like the Blue Jays don't get along with anybody in their division.
No, they're the bad boys in that division.
Well, I mean, they have bird war going on with the Orange Birds because they're the Blue Birds.
Yeah,
and then, the Red Sox and Blue Jays, they don't like each other. The Yankees and Blue Jays, they don't like each other.
But is it the Blue Jays' fault or is it the Yankees?
I don't know. I think everyone just is like, why are you good, Toronto? You're annoying me.
Oh,
right?
Is
this East Coast baseball entitlement from the Yankees and Red Sox fans, like, hey, get out of here. This is our division. And the Blue Jays are like, we play here too.
Maybe because they're Canadians.
It is what it is. This is a great gem of a matchup, though. The poster looks like a damn monster movie, just like the Phillies and Dodgers poster does. And the Blue Jays this year, they won this season series, Nika, 8-5. Now, just like everybody else in baseball, the Blue Jays have some injury concerns heading into this series. Bo Bichette, he's been out for a minute, and according to my sources, it's unlikely that he's going to play in this series. So one of the young, I guess, better bats in the game, he had a down season. No one's going to deny that, but he is most likely not going to play. Chris Bassett, on the other hand, starting pitcher, is
returning,
getting encouraging news. Nothing's been confirmed, but it seems like it's more likely that he will get added to the roster before this series, though much like we were talking about with Brian Wu, might pitch like later on in the series. You know what I'm saying?
So won't start.
Probably won't start game 1 tomorrow. I would be highly shocked if that happens. We probably will, again, learn more as these teams start to meet with the media throughout Friday, today, and Saturday tomorrow, obviously. But roster decisions don't have to be made, I think, until tomorrow. So they may be coy about this all today. Just a fair warning. Now, the Yankees, on the other hand, I just said everyone's dealing with this, except for the fact that the Yankees aren't kind of dealing with this. When you go and look at their roster right now, they're relatively healthy. Most of their injuries are long term, like the Garrett Cole, you know, the Tommy John that he's going through.
I forgot Yankees don't have a Cole on their roster.
They do not. You know, he's waiting in the wings to come back next year. It would be really funny if the Yankees won a World Series without him. Can't help but laugh a little bit about that. But, you know, just looking at the Yankees pitching staff, I mean, you can't help but start to be a little bit concerned if you're an opponent, because Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, and now Cam Schlittler. Yes, you heard me correctly. That's Cam Schlittler. If you didn't know him yesterday, you probably know of him now, because he dealt 8 scoreless innings at Yankee Stadium last night against the Boston Red Sox in this pivotal Game 3. He shoved, as they say in the pitching world, and he is now a cult legend in New York. You know, an 8-inning shutout against your arch nemesis Red Sox rivals, and
here we are today.
Boston goes home crying. We took the Red Sox because of the Alex Cora managerial advantage that we felt they had in that series.
Right, and their pitching. We knew Crochet is going to do well. The problem was the other pitchers, potentially, the young kids that the Red Sox were bringing in.
Correct. And as far as managerial matchups go, Aaron Boone versus John Schneider, you know, like I don't know if there's going to be a lot of managerial upswing one way or the other in the Yankees Blue Jays series. I think a lot of this is going to just get decided on the field between these players. You know, we said there's not like the best history here. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s made disparaging comments about ever playing for the Yankees, I believe. So there's not a lot of love lost between these two teams, just like every Toronto rival, as we said. But I also think that this is where Aaron Judge is finally going to break out of his postseason quote-unquote slump and have a monster series.
Okay.
So, having said all that, Nika, do you have any predictions for this series, Yankees Blue Jays?
Yeah, 5 games, Yankees win.
5 games, Yankees win. You have the Yankees winning Game 5 on the road in Toronto. Oh, that's cruel to the Toronto fans.
It is.
That's so cruel.
I wish the Blue Jays win, but I don't see it.
I'm sparing the Blue Jays fans Game 5. I'm taking the Yankees in 4.
Oh, okay. Well, I think you're taking Yankees still.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saving them the hometown, like,
disappointment.
Just disappointment. Yeah, I mean, that's when you get like fans with Kleenex in the stands, and there's no crying in baseball.
Well, there will be some crying.
There's definitely going to be some crying with 4 more teams heading home after the division series. It goes by so quick. As we said already, we've went from 12 to 8 in a matter of 3 days.
Yep.
And a little over 12 hours plus since the games ended last night. It's amazing. It's all over.
Well, it's overreaction Friday.
A little bit of overreacting. And speaking of overreacting, we got a lot more to get through today because we got to record a whole Padres segment. All right. Well, those are our picks for the American League Division Series and who will advance onwards to the American League Championship Series, the ALCS. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to make it into the next round, and we'll see whose predictions come true, shall we? Mine, Nika's, or perhaps yours at home. We'll see. But for now, keep it right here because our National League Division Series predictions are coming up next, and there's a link right at the end of this video, so go check it out.